when I came back from America after my treatment, and I asked them that, can I work from home? Because I won't be able to attend college. I hope you'll be able to give me my attendance. But I remember what that professor then told me. He says, Raghav, just never attach a pity coefficient to your life. So very often I would meet a lot of people who would know me from the television screen, and then they would ask me, but why are you using a stick? Because you don't see it on a TV screen. And I said, you don't see it on a TV screen because the TV screen takes a frame in which there is no need for a stick. This company was built at a time when I was also had a disability to negotiate. The whole Network 18 story would have been incomplete if that factor was not in there. Well, it was always a hobby in college, and then I did do a fair amount of professional media as well. Worked with Newsline, which was a Doordarshan program done by MJ Akbar and Vinod Dua. And then for about 3 years worked with Newstrack, which was a professional media product. So media was always a parallel love along with the world of business. This is the early 90s. We were not getting too much work. We were sitting that evening in the edit suite and pretty glum with ourselves. And we said, this is not going anywhere. So we might as well just cut all the contractual work that we were doing for others. We might as well launch our own ship. And there was Racy, and there was CB, and there was I. And we said, I think time has come to now launch ourselves. And while we were talking about all of these plans, a little bit glum, a little bit excited because we were thinking something new, but glum because things were not going anywhere. News came that former Prime Minister Rajiv Gandhi had been assassinated. So I remember that evening so well. So it's just a superstition, and like all human beings, we all have our moments of weakness, and we were going through, as I said, a very workless patch in the early 90s, and when we had to choose a name, you said, well, if 18 brings luck, why not call it TV18? Because TV9 was Channel 9 was a very well-known media company in the world. So television companies do get named by the channel numbers. So numbers work very well in TV companies, so TV18. This is late 90s. I remember I'd come back from London the night before, and therefore was a bit jet lagged when I got a call early in the morning from Colonel Dadwal saying that the office is on fire. So a fire in the basement is very hazardous because the smoke gets trapped, water comes in, and its access is not as easy as it would be if it was on the ground. But a lot of people I could see had formed chains, were going inside, trying to salvage tapes, and I was astonished. I was absolutely astonished by what human spirit is. People didn't have to do it. People didn't have to put their lives in danger. The fire had come at a moment where we were planning an IPO. A lot of good things were happening for the company, and suddenly everything was a question mark. We suddenly sat down, exhausted, wondering what the future holds. How will we come out of this? Will the IPO happen? And everyone was feeling so down and so out and so exhausted that suddenly we saw this, an ice cream vendor going by, and I just said, come on, we got to lift our spirits. What's happened has happened. Now we need to figure out how we fight on from here. So we just asked the ice cream vendor to stop. We said, come on, just give everyone some ice creams. And I think some of us had 2 ice creams, someone had 1. So the ice cream became a sort of a symbol of the fight back. I honestly am very comfortable dealing with Americans. American businessmen or companies or corporations, they negotiate hard. But once they've done a contract, they stick to their contract. I think they found us an atypical Indian corporation. Usually Indian companies try and sort of cut corners or try and take advantage of being on home turf, try and interpret contracts to their own from a sort of narrow personal perspective or narrow, to their own advantage perspective. We never did something like that. We were very clear that if something is written in the contract, we are bound by it. We are bound not just by the letter of the contract, we are bound by the spirit of the contract.